Yeah, I have a question. What you were saying with your speech with Barack Obama, the Iran deal was equivalent to giving Adolf Hitler nuclear weapons, and the Jewish Democratic senators could have marched into the White House at any time to stop the president from doing it. They chose not to. So to say that the Jewish Democrats are pro-Israel, it doesn't happen anymore.
The Jewish members of the House and Senate, Schumer, Feinstein, Schultz, the rest of them, are no longer Jews. They are beholden and they are owned by the Democrat Party. They are no longer concerned. If I were running against Louis Frankel, if I were running against Ted Deutsch, I would say, hey, listen, Ted and Louis, where were you with the Iranian deal? Where were you when $165 billion of our taxpayer money was given to Iran? Where were you? Where were you when Barack Obama said, forget about this business of Iran wiping out Israel? That has nothing to do with it. Where were you, Lois? And where were you, Ted? And don't let them stop. Don't let them get away with it. Jewish Democrats are not Jews. I hate to say this. I don't look up to them. When I see them in the synagogue, I'm on the boards. They are rabbis who are not rabbis.
Mm-hmm.
They are basically radical leftist Democrats. There's a rabbi, I'll mention his name, David, what's his name? No, it's Silver here. He's the Temple B'nai Torah in Boca Raton. I was going to listen to a speech by a heavy Democrat in his administration.
Susan Rice.
What's her name?
Susan Rice.
Susan Rice. She was going to speak at the synagogue. And I was going to walk in. It was open to the public. 4 sheriff's deputies, Palm Beach County deputies at the door. And a woman yells, that's him. And the cops say, you get off the premises or you'll be arrested. They took out the cuffs. And I didn't want to go through that, so I went back. These are rabbis. Barry Silver. I don't want to talk evil of Barry Silver. He's not well. But he's not the brightest bulb in the chandelier. But, no, they're not true.
Steinhardt.
David Steinhardt, right. I forget his name because it's I have a mental block.
You should.
I know.
I thought you understand.
Right, more questions. Okay. More questions? Okay. Yes.
Alan, my name is Ruth Fieldbeck, just for the record. I started life as a very shy person, and I would never have been in this room, let alone trying to protect and promote our country's values and our Republican values. I've learned enough to be passionate, but I also know that I don't know enough to really try to persuade other than just sharing what I personally believe. I wonder if the people who believe like us but aren't here tonight, or some of us who are here but might be a little quieter, are because we just don't know what to say when we get in a controversial conversation. You obviously know a lot. How do we learn? What do we best invest our time in to learn to be that person?
What I do, I forgot Susan Rice. I forgot David Steinhardt's name. So I forgot at my age I had to do that. But I read a lot. I go on freerepublic.com. I don't read the Sun Sentinel. The Sun Sentinel is absolute trash. And I just investigate. And I go to meetings. That's how I start out. And I get this information. But remember, the Democrats know nothing. They do not want to know the truth. All they want to know is their mantra. They have a mantra. Once you ask them a question and you go beyond that mantra, they don't know what to say. So you must arm yourself with information. Barack Obama, member of the United Trinity Church of Christ in Chicago 20 years, Rudy Farragut, Reverend Wright. You've got to know these facts. And you've got to know that Lois Franklin and Ted Deutsch, they lie because they don't have to tell the truth. Usually the audiences are in their favor. And if you get up and ask a question, you get booed right away.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. But you got to know. Yes?
The best way to deal with the Democrats is you have a little bottle of holy water and you sprinkle it and they disappear.
I want to buy a bottle. I want to buy the economy gallon size. Okay, any more questions? Yes? Arthur.
Two things. I just recently gave to Michael as the chairman of the county party. And in fact, the night before last, I was with Ryan, the county, the executive director. Something I brought from Westchester County Republicans. It's a poster about the width that spans that wall behind that table. And there's a picture of Norman Thomas, who used to be the chair of the Socialist
He
Party.
ran every 4 years on Congress.
Pardon?
He ran every 4 years for president.
Yes. And what it says, he ran frequently, then stopped. And his quote is, and they said they're going to frame it and hang it there. I told them maybe they should even bring it to the Lincoln Day. What it says is, there is no longer a need for the Socialist Party because the Democrats have already accepted all of our positions. That's number one. The other thing, I try to encourage, and I'm suggesting it to you, we don't use the term liberal. I'm up in Wellington now, relatively new to the area, and they have a current events group that I've begun meeting with. Apparently, up to now, it's just a round robin of left-wingers patting each other on the back. Now they're getting a different point of view. And I remember one guy who says he's very active in the Democrat Party right through the state, not just locally. And he said, you know why I'm a Democrat? Because I have a heart. Well, it didn't take 2 minutes for me to call him aside and repeat Churchill's statement. If you're 20 years old and you're not a liberal, you have no heart. But if you're 40 years old and you're not a conservative, you have no brains. I tried to say it in a way that didn't offend him too much. I said, do you know what a liberal really is? I said, the liberals go back to Thomas Jefferson. There are three major standards.
Wait, you know what I say to them? When I run up against a liberal, I know I'm talking to the wall. I say, and I don't really give it down. I use another word, I'm from Brooklyn, but I say, I call them liberals, and I call them mindless, and I call them robots. You know what? I was raised in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. 5 people in the family, 5 people, 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, and a kitchen with no refrigerator and an icebox. 5 people. And all my community, saying all my buddies that we played punch ball and stick ball in the street, all the same way, didn't have a pot. You know what a pot is?
Yes.
Pots or whatever. These guys, my neighbors, whom I grew up with and I kept relationships with them, all could buy me out 100 times over. They could buy me 100 times over. Now they have 5-bedroom homes, 4-bathroom homes, huge cars. They change every aspect of their life except their belief in the Democrat Party. Here are guys who are multimillionaires who vote for a party that calls them killers and murderers. You're a wealthy guy, you're bad. They are stupid. And this is, so I call them liberals to their face. Yeah.
Well, I just want to say, here's my problem.
Pick up where you left off.
Pardon me?
Pick up where you left off.
Good idea. The idea of a liberal, I asked them, do you know what a liberal is?
They don't know what it is.
Yourself a liberal. I said, it goes back to Thomas Jefferson. There are 3 major stands that a liberal takes. Number 1, limited government. Number 2, fiscal responsibility. And number 3, a free economy. The business world. And I said, you know who really runs on those programs and it's on their banner? I said, the Tea Party. Well, then he came out reflecting, the Tea Party? I'm not a Tea. I said, well, that's it. So the point is, I would never call them liberal. I call them left-wing extremists. I call them
I'm
semi-Marxists.
talking to a liberal rationally and clearly and factually is a way, it's like talking to your dog. But no, never talk. It is useless. They don't, to them, the liberal is compassionate, social welfare. We have to share. I don't see these people in million-dollar homes who are liberals sharing. I don't see them taking their wives, living in a 5,000 square foot home and opening it up to the homeless. In fact, you know what I did? I talked to this guy, a community in Delray Beach, about a mile west of Kings Point, very wealthy community. And they were all liberals, and they had me there to talk as the token Republican. And I said, all of you in this community are for open borders. You're for voting without ID. You're for anyone coming into this country to share what you and I own. They said, yeah. I said, how come when I came into this community, I was stopped by an armed guard. I had to show him a driver's license. He had to call into the community to make sure I was welcomed in by a resident. Then he opened up the gate. And then when I drove through the community, I said, holy mackerel, this place is surrounded by an 8-foot wall. I said, why don't you people practice what you preach in this country? Why don't you open up your community on Saturday and Sunday to the black kids in East Delray? Let them use your pool. Let them use your tennis court. Let them eat in your fabulous lunchroom. Let them come into your clubhouse and have meetings here. Why don't you welcome them in?
Hypocrisy.
Yeah, I got no answers. I said, but you want illegal immigrants who are not citizens to come here and vote? I said, you are hypocrites. And they loved that. I haven't been back since that time. All right, listen, thanks so much.